we have here is a MGD1 diagnostic. This saw has wrong operating one. Let's see, let's go to the data here. This thing has 499 hours, 33 minutes, 30 seconds of runtime, 5,042 starts, and this is your fuel parameters. No, this saw is less than a year old, I believe. Got a lot of hours on it. Logger saw. So, I want to go over a few things with this. And sorry about the video quality here as far as me holding it, shaky and stuff. I looked this up. Saw as a part. I added this lead on here just to finish the circuit, seeing I've got the saw part. So we had one of these 661s. Well, I've had two now, I guess, from the same guy. All three saws belong to the same guy. That broke a piston. The other one broke the piston at 340 hours roughly. This one's got over 500 hours on it. Hasn't broke the piston yet. Heated handle saw. But we're evaluating this engine. And there's no heat, nothing here. Everything looks good. Bearings are tight, clean, nice. Everything runs great. So it looks good to me. And everybody thinks that this is a sticky bearing. This is a heated handle saw, guys. It's the generator under the flywheel that causes this. So everything here looks really good to me. I'm happy with it. One of the concerns on breaking pistons is that the piston strikes this deflector. There's a lot of misconception of what this deflector does. A lot of guys say, oh, it's in there to force the fuel up the transfer port. Well, the transfer port's up here, guys. And it's at the cylinder base. This is above the cylinder base. This is in line with the intake port. When you look through the intake port, you see this curve. This is in there to force the incoming charge up underneath the piston to help cool it. That's what it's in there for. But can the piston hit it? The piston actually goes right over the top of this, what's going up and down, and it is very, very close. Can it hit it? Well, we don't know for sure, but that's the thought on what's causing the 661s, 462s, and the like that have these deflectors in them to break pistons. This one is loose. The screws are captive when the cylinder's bolted on, so they can only get so loose. That's about all they're going to get, but they are loose. So we talk about a lot of different things. I talk about oil. This is the oil that I use. Everybody says, yep, boat motor oil. Yep, you are correct. I won't deny that. It says right here it's not recommended for this stuff, right? So it's not recommended for a chainsaw. I see that. I'm not blind. This is what interested me in the oil in the first place. I've been using this oil for 25 years or more in chainsaws. This customer is using this same oil, 32:1. We have 500 hours on this saw. This is the piston that came out of it. It's got a little bit of wear on it. I'll go over this a little bit closer. It does show some heat, signs of heat on the bottom side. That carbon is on there because the piston is warm, or hot, I should say, and the oil burns to the bottom of it. Not desirable to have this in there. However, the rest of the saw is very clean. We have some carbon buildup on it, and again, I think that this is mainly caused from heat. The reason it's hot, well, we raised the compression considerably on this saw, so it's going to run a little hotter. Stock piston rings, bottom ring, top ring, these are the ones that came off the piston. Here's a new ring. I'll do some comparison on that. We want to look inside cylinder. 32-to-1 Schaefer's oil. This one's a little dirtier than the other one. Still not ugly. No scoring anywhere. No scoring. It's nice and clean. Even the cylinder is not as clean as it could be. We got carbon buildup stuck in and around the ports on the outside. We do have a little bit of carbon on the top. The rest of the port is clean. Clean burning saws, clean burning oil. Nothing wrong with it. Again, it's ported. What the muffler looks like. He's lost the screen. He lost part of the muffler bracket that holds the screen. That screen has gone away. That screen's still in place. There's carbon in it. You're going to have carbon in it. It's an engine. It's going to make carbon. That's what they look like. So I'm going to put this on a stand. We're going to do some measuring. And we'll see how well I can do with this. How much wears on this piston? This is the kind of tool that tells you things. Not a ruler. Not a guessometer. So I put that on there. Put it on there till just about kind of holds it. Not real tight, just like there. I've got 2-inch 27 thousandths. Move it up a little bit further. Tighten it up. Try to be consistent. Where am I at here, guys? 2-inch 27.5 thousandths. I don't know if you guys can read all this or not. Hopefully I'm getting this all in view. Kind of hard to do. Just snug on there. Almost where it holds the piston. Okay? Brand new piston. Keep in mind, the saw's got 500 hours on it. Brand new piston. That same kind of holds the piston. Get up here a little bit. 2-inch 28 thousandths. What are we talking about, guys? How much wears on here? 1, 2, a little bit, right? Try to be consistent on the measuring. 2-inch 27 thousandths. Virtually nothing. 500 hours. And another thing we talk about, how piss poor these stock air filters are. 500 hours. Never changed filter. Original filter. 500 hours. 1/2 thousandths of wear. Okay? Schaefer's oil. These filters seal in this rubber ring, not on the flat back. When you take this filter off, everybody sees dirt in this area. Of course you do, because it doesn't seal there. It seals this ring around this rib. Okay? It has this foam filter in here that seals where the nut goes in here. These don't leak. They're beautiful filters. Original filter to the saw, 500 hours. Ring wear. Let's talk about ring wear. Another micrometer here. Let's just put that ring in that micrometer like that. That work for you? I don't know if you can read it. It says 99.5 thousandths. Almost 100 thousandths. Used ring. This is the bottom ring. We have 90 1, 2, 3 thousandths. 95, 6, 7, 8 thousandths. Excuse me. I dropped that ring. I don't know where it went. Top ring. Try not to drop this one. And I'm just randomly picking a spot to measure from. I'll be able to show you what this thing says. Read it. 97 thousandths. Try a different spot. 98 thousandths. Try a different spot. 97.5. Let's try a different spot. 97. Go back to that brand new ring. 100.5. Try a different spot. 101. Different spot. 101. Just trying to be consistent. We'll just kind of go over a few spots. There it's 100.5. What are you talking about? A couple few thousandths here. You're going to have that much ring wear on break-in, I would assume, right? Brand new engines, got to wear in, seat the rings. Something has to wear away in order to seat the rings. So again, Schaefer's oil, 500 hours, stock air filter, bone stock, nothing's been modified on the air filter. 32 to 1 oil, and this is the condition the saw is in. We're putting a new piston in this one because we're concerned of fatigue, because I'm not sure why the other two saws broke a piston for sure. The pistons are too destroyed to analyze very well. I feel it's fatigue. I can't see any other cause. There was no scoring. Saw never seized. It never got exceptionally hot. There's, I looked these rings all over. I don't see any ring clipping. I don't see anything that would cause a piston to break. I looked at the old rings and the old saw and the pieces, and the ring in the last one, both rings were not broke. They're not clipped. They're not catching exhaust port. There's no sign in exhaust port that it was clipping. All that kind of stuff. So we're just analyzing. We're looking for a reason. We're looking for a cause. And we also want to keep his saws running as long as we can. So we're changing a piston just for the sake of fatigue. And we're going to see how much time we get out of this one. So till the next one.